today we have a requested episode again, and this was requested by Shatrupa ji, and she has been waiting for this for quite some time now. Namaste everyone, and welcome to Om Incense Show with DJ, a show that helps you increase your incense quotient. So if you are an incense enthusiast, consider subscribing. So we have deluxe rose from Iskcon. So I'd really been wanting to do this. So this is it's a very nice packaging. So it has that whole pink vibe and that beige color. And then we have, it says the Hare Krishna deluxe rose incense sticks. It's like something like that, very minimalistic. And both the sides is the same. It says deluxe rose, and on both the openings also it says spiritual sky deluxe rose. So this is there, and then on one side what it says is best for prayers, meditation and yoga. Every purchase helps in achieving temple purpose, and this is a product of Radhika Raman and company. And on the other side they say it's an herbal incense stick, environment friendly, child labor free. Burning time it says 50 minutes. There are 150 sticks, 250 grams of incense for 200 rupees. But I think I got it for around 170, 180, something like that, because they give you some discount when you go to the store. So if you have any Iskcon incense store near you, you might just want to go and find this out. And I really like this temple thing, that this time they made it in pink. So this rose thing is there. What we get inside is this plain pouch. It's a plain white pouch like that, and a lot of incenses. It feels so good to see these many incenses. If you see, so many incenses there. Like they say it's 150 incense. It's such a nice feeling to open this and see so many incenses there. So this is what we have. Now the incense that we get inside this is this brown colored incense. It's a machine made incense which has masala on top, and it's a very nice pink bamboo core, which is very nice and sturdy and smooth, rounded. So this is what we get. There's a lot of masala, so just be careful when you open this pack. You get a very nice rose fragrance from this. It has a very nice juicy rose kind of a fragrance. This is the same fragrance that you get when you open the pack also. It's a very nice whiff of rose that you get. And it has a nice subtle sweetness to it, that rosy sweetness that is there, that also is there. They've got the blend very right. So that's what you get in the top note, a very nice, rich, luscious rose fragrance with a nice hint of rosy sweetness to it. So that's what you get in the top note of the incense. And like they said that this is a 9-inch incense, so this might go on for around 50 minutes. So it's a nice burn time. This is what we have. When we light up the incense, the fragrance that we get is, you know, that rosy fragrance has a very nice wooden base to it. So it's like, and this wooden fragrance that you get is a very nice, it's a very nice divine sandalwood kind of wood that you get, but it's not exactly sandalwood, but then that kind of divine woody fragrance that you get, it's that kind of woody. And of course we have those two layers. So one is that nice rich rosy fragrance, and then we have this woody thing. And you know, it's like rose petals burning on a bed of sandalwood. It's like that kind of fragrance. It's a very nice, smooth, rounded blend, very well done. If you like a nice rich rose fragrance, you would like this. However, this will take time to grow on you. This is like, it is not going to be very prominent in the very first whiff. It's going to grow as and when the incense, you know, makes its journey. So that's the kind of fragrance this is. If we talk of intensity wise, it's mid-level. It's neither very strong, it's not very mild. It's like mid-level incense, mid-level fragrance. And if it's lit up somewhere, you can very clearly make out that there's a rose fragrance lit up somewhere. So that's the kind of fragrance this has. Now if we talk of diffusion, it diffuses in my entire house, which means it has a good diffusion capacity. So if it's lit up somewhere where it can spread to a large area, where it can diffuse to a large area, it's going to diffuse to a large area. So if you light it up out somewhere in the balcony, in the terrace, at your main entrance, it's going to be a very good one. So I like to light this up at my entrance and in my balcony. That's where I usually light up incense sticks, because I don't light it up inside my home. But once in a while I do light it up inside my bedroom at night, before, like 3 to 4 hours before I'm going to sleep, so that when I am going to the bed, it's a nice rosy feeling that you get there. So that's the kind of vibe it has. And if you talk of retention, the retention also is quite good. It's around 4 to 5 hours of retention. But then again, of course, retention depends on the kind of ventilation and the kind of furnishings that's there in your house. But so in my house, it retains for around 4 to 5 hours. That's when I light it up inside. When I light it up outside, of course, the retention will not be to a very large extent, because of course it's an outside thing. However, my main entrance, I think by now the main entrance has a very nice incensey vibe, because I keep lighting up incense at the entrance. So every time I get these incenses, and if I am not able to light up inside my house, I light it up at the entrance. But the one thing is that if I do not like an incense, I do not light it up at the entrance also. I would just want to give it away to somebody else who might like that incense. So if I light up incenses, so mostly what happens with the entrances, I light up incenses that I really like. So that whole entrance has that incensey vibe to it. So sometimes when I'm away and if I haven't lit up the incense, also that incense thing is there in that, in my entrance. So so that's the kind of vibe that incenses leave at your entrance. So, but inside the home, if you light it up inside a room, this retention is going to be around 4 to 5 hours. If any of you have used this incense, just let me know what has your experience been with this. And it's very difficult to get these incenses online. I remember trying to get this online. I could not find it, and that's the reason I found out the nearest incense store, the nearest Iskcon temple near me, and I went to the incense store there. So if you try finding it online, if you get it online, well and good. If not, you might just want to try any of the Iskcon incenses near you. That's where you're mostly sure to get these incenses. And then of course when you go to the shop, you get a good discount also. So like this is for 200, so I think I got it for around 170, 180, something like that, not really sure though. So that's the kind of fragrance this has. I really like this rose fragrance, because I like this fragrance, that wooden base that it has, and that sweetness, that overall rounded sweetness that it has. I really like it. So I'm going to give it a star rating of 4. So that is a star rating of 4 for Spiritual Sky Deluxe Rose from Iskcon. Now the quiz that we had last time was, what is Google called in Sanskrit? So Google is called Guggulu or Guggula in Sanskrit. It's also called Mahishaksh, and what it means is something that protects you from diseases. So mostly people used to use Google for fevers. There were the medicines made from Google, which were used for fever, for joints and bones, like I said earlier also. So those are the uses that Google had. Guggulu. Now the question that we have today is, whenever we are doing Havan, we always give the oblations with the mantra of Swaha to it. So whatever, Shivaya Namah Swaha or Rindam Durgaya Namah Swaha. So what is that Swaha? That Swaha that we say at the end of Havan, I want to know about that. Just let me know what is Swaha. So that's the quiz for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode and you learned something from it. If you liked it, give it a like. Until we meet again next, take very good care of yourself. Namaste.